From now on, all new products that are created should be associated to the currently logged in user. And for now, this will only be this one dummy user. That means that if I'm in the admin.js controller, here when we create a new product in post add product, we'll not create the product like this anymore. We need to pass in extra information regarding our user that is associated. One way of doing this is that we set this new user ID field we got. Keep in mind, user ID was added as a database field because we now have a relation set up. And we set this to request user ID. Keep in mind that request user is the SQLize user object, which holds both the database data for that user as well as the helper methods. So this should create new products with that user being associated to it. Let's test this. Let's go back to add product and simply enter some dummy values here for now. Seems to work. We got no error here. And if we look into our products table by clicking on this icon here, we indeed have the user ID stored here. Now, we also have one tiny problem or thing we can improve at least. We manually fetch the user ID, and this is not a lot of work here. But there is a more elegant way of setting this so that we don't manually have to set the user ID. We can use another cool feature of SQLize. We can use our user object as it's stored in the request. And always keep in mind, this is a SQLize object with all the magic features. And there, we'll actually have a create product method. Now, where's that coming from? Well, it is something you can get from the official docs if you read through associations. There, you learn that if you set up associations, SQLize adds special methods, depending on the association you added. And for a belongs to has many association as we did, SQLize adds methods that allow us, for example, to create a new associated object. So since a user has many products, or a product belongs to a user, as we learned or as we set it up in app.js, since we have that relation defined, SQLize automatically adds a create product method to the user. Create product because our model is named product, and create is then automatically added at the beginning of the method name. That is some magic done by SQLize. So create product is available, and there we simply pass in the object with the product data that can't be inferred by SQLize. So basically anything but the user ID and the timestamps. And then we can chain our then and catch block here, just as we did it before. The rest doesn't change, but this now automatically creates a connected model. So if I now save this and I add a new product, this still works. And if we have a look at our database and we refresh the products table here, we see we also got the user ID here, even though we did not set it explicitly. Now this is done by SQLize with this magic way of connecting it. And that is a really cool way of using associations in SQLize and making sure that our models know about each other.